Haven't gotten the chance to hoop on to the amazing reads of Nicholas, but have been meaning to. You must need a review guide to make your reading list less complicated and save you time. Because each book of Nicholas has its own charm, and you end up reading it completely. Sparks is a Christian, and many of his novels deal with topics related to Christianity and love. He had considered entering the church at one point, but ultimately decided to pursue his passion for writing instead. Every one of Sparks' novels is an emotionally wrenching love story. He always chooses a topic and asterisk. It could be love that lasts forever, asterisk love that heals after loss, asterisk first love, asterisk love in the face of peril, or any other themes. He then tells a tale that is both devastating to the reader's heart and aesthetically pleasing. Starting with the man every individual knows, Nicholas Sparks is widely regarded as one of the best storytellers in the entire world. Nicholas Sparks has written 24 books, all of which have been bestsellers on the New York Times list. Nicholas Sparks is an American romance drama novelist as well as a screenwriter. He rose to prominence after publishing his novel, The Notebook, which became a major motion picture. After this novel's massive popularity, the author produced a string of other outstanding works, 6 of which were later adapted into movies, and that's who Nicholas is. These 10 that we will talk about are the absolute best ones to go to if you're in the mood for some new romantic books or want to revisit some old favorites. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Links to the books are given in the description below. Number 10. The Rescue is the first one we are going to discuss. On October 8, 2000, Nicholas made its debut on the New York Times bestsellers list at level 2, and by the following week, it had climbed to number 1. In his book, Taylor McCaden, a volunteer fireman, feels motivated to face scary risks in order to save lives whenever he is faced with life-threatening situations, such as blazing flames or accidents. However, Taylor is unable to make one particular leap of faith. He cannot allow himself to fall in love. Taylor has spent his entire adult life looking for ladies in desperate situations so that he might help them. He dumps women as soon as the situation that brought them together is over, and the connection becomes genuinely close. But later on, the story changes, and now I am leaving it for you to read and know. Number 9. The Return. An exciting portrayal of a soldier named Trevor, whose tour of duty in Afghanistan was cut short by being injured by a mortar attack. After returning home, Trevor must learn to recover from both his physical and mental wounds. A delayed trip back to New Bern, where his grandfather had lived prior to his untimely death, is prompted by the unsolved case of his grandfather's death. Narrator Keith Brewer does an excellent job of narrating The Return, which is about love and forgiveness, written by Nicholas. Reading this in the long run, you will get additional knowledge regarding the elderly guy and the events that occurred throughout the course of his life in his final years. Number 8. A Walk to Remember is the next one for us. Another love story with a bittersweet and even tragic quality. This one will remain in the hearts of readers even after they have finished the book. In this book, the protagonists, Landon Carter and Jamie Sullivan, tell each other their love story. Although they are classmates at Beaufort High School in North Carolina in 1958, Landon and Jamie could hardly be more different from one another. Jamie, the child of the pastor, puts in a lot of effort in her academics and is reserved. Jamie was a shy young lady who never forgot to bring her Bible to school with her, and she gave off the impression that she was quite pleased to exist in a world away from the other kids. She kept track of her father, saved injured animals, and volunteered at the local orphanage. In the end, this is a stunningly terrible and beautiful tale that will break your heart. Number 7. The Notebook. A narrative of miracles, The Notebook is a heartbreakingly romantic tale about the unbreakable power of love. The Notebook is the perfect place to start if you're seeking a Nicholas Sparks book that's considered a true classic by fans of his work. This treasure narrates the well-known narrative of the romance that unfolded between Allie Nelson, a socialite, and Noah Calhoun, a hero of World War II. The protagonists of this story are, for the most part, provincial Southern who has recently returned from World War II. Everything gets underway when a guy tells his narrative to a group of people in a nursing home about his reunion with the love of his youth, Allie, after a break of 7 years caused by the war. Noah's literary career takes off when his first novel becomes a bestseller, and he goes to New York to focus on his job. Now we find out that Allie occasionally remembers Noah, and the story unfolds from there. Number 6. Dear John is the next up, written by Nicholas. The novel Dear John depicts the story of 2 charming young adults who are unable to live a happy life together despite their best efforts. Their growing relationship ultimately results in a tragic loss, but the story's lovable characters make it seem more like a victorious conclusion. If a Nicholas Sparks novel came to a happy ending, the heroes and antagonists could feel let down. Their polite, accepting conversation appears to have been planned out in advance. According to Sparks, this book is his favorite for a number of reasons, and it is one that will stay with consumers even when they've already finished it. Number 5. The Lucky One. This is our next leading choice, written by Nicholas Sparks. A moving tale of trust, faith, serendipity, love lost and won, but most of all, the secrets of the heart that guide us through life. The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks is a novel that will stay with you long after you finish it. The protagonist of The Lucky One is a United States Marine named Logan Thebold. He embarks on a journey across the United States to locate the unidentified woman he sees in a photograph. He thinks it was his good luck charm when he was serving in Iraq. The plot does take a few interesting twists every now and then, but on the whole, it's very simple and has a satisfactory conclusion. The story of the novel revolves around the concepts of fate and destiny being thwarted by star-crossed lovers. Sparks said, despite the fact that the novel references such concepts, that he does not necessarily believe in each of them. I had a great time reading, which is a moving narrative. The Lucky One is a book that I absolutely like reading. Number 4. Message in a Bottle. After the popularity of The Notebook, Sparks finally got around to writing and publishing his second novel. Sparks selected the subject of romance after loss because he didn't choose to repeat the success of his first novel. After the passing of his mother, his father served as a source of motivation for him to write this book. After being thrown into the ocean and leaving its destination up to chance, the container could have washed up anywhere. On the other hand, it is discovered only 17 days after it first sets off on its journey. This letter comes from a man who profoundly loved his wife, but is now grieving her loss. She finds herself developing feelings for him over time and decides to go on a journey to understand him better. Number 3. Safe Heaven. It is an uplifting and suspenseful narrative by Nicholas about a young woman's effort to find love again after moving to a tiny town in North Carolina. The story takes place after the young woman moves to the town when a beautiful but mysterious young woman moves into a sleepy village in North Carolina. Affection is the primary focus of Nicholas Sparks' novel Safe Haven, whereas forgiving one another is only a secondary concern throughout the story. Affection can be defined as a sense of love that one person has for another person, for God or one's family. It might be characterized by deeds, words, or even a personal sacrifice. Along with Sparks' trademark romantic aspects, this novel also contains some elements of suspense. Katie appears to be dead set on avoiding the formation of any personal bonds, but a string of unfortunate occurrences pulls her into 2 relationships against her will. Number 2. The choice is the next one to discuss, which I personally really like. At first, Nicholas Sparks believes that the success of this novel will be comparable to that of his first published work, The Notebook. It creates comparable challenges for our romantic desires to overcome to impart a comparable emotional quality. In classic Sparks form, the fictional characters are based on actual historical figures. Travis Shaw and Gabby Holland are the protagonists of The Choice. They initially meet one another as neighbors in a tiny seaside town, but they wind up following a romantic relationship that neither of them could have anticipated. The Choice is based on a fictional account of someone who was asked to make a decision that could have fatal consequences for their companion. Number 1. At First Sight is the last and the best one. A breathtaking story about the affection between a man and a woman, as well as between a father and a kid. It is a story about how tragedies may lead to joyous surprises and, most importantly, about the enchantment of undying devotion. This book continues the tale of the young couple first introduced in Nicholas Sparks' best-selling book True Believer. It portrays all the sorrow, anxiety, passion, and thrills that newlyweds experience. An interesting book that totally resonates and speaks the title. Nicholas is a man known and read by more than 50% of students because of the knowledge and diverse stories he has written over years. With that, I hope you had a good time listening to me talking about his best 10 books. If this video helped you find the next book you are going to read, then like and share this video. Let me know in comment section on what type of books I should cover in my next video. Also, if you read one of the book mentioned in this video, share your review or thoughts with us. Subscribe this channel for more such awesome videos. Thanks for watching.